some quick makeup that I like to do. Now I'm like, oh, what should I use? What should I use? All right. So we are going to start with Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Skin Tint in the shade 9.5. My face is already washed and moisturized, washed, toned, moisturized, and sunscreen. So that is my base. I'm not going to use any sort of primer or anything because Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Skin Tint is, or Blurring Balm Powder is everything all in one product. So this is the shade 9.5. Do I even have a brush? What have I been using? Oh, I don't have foundation brush over here because I haven't really been wearing foundation. So I'm going to start with this shade and I'm going to place it focusing in the center of my face, and you'll notice it will give me a little bit of coverage and it matches my skin tone so perfectly. In the center of my face. I'm keeping it rather low. I don't want to go too high up on my forehead, but I'm kind of blending out the edges. Really focusing, like I said, on the center of the face. So my under eyes, my nose, blending it out towards my cheekbones, but really focusing on the center of the face. So that's going to be like our primer slash a little bit of coverage layer. Next, I'm going to go in with my Amicole concealers. This is the shade, well, it's the Amicole Skin Enhancing Concealer. This is the shade Deep 2.5. It's really bright. I'm going to put a little bit of that under my eye. Right in here. We're going to let that kind of dry down a little bit. I'm also going to put a little bit right here and a little bit on my chin. With the shade Rich 2, I'm going to put a swipe on my cheek here and a swipe on my cheek here and a swipe up here on my forehead that I'll blend out. And as you can see, it's super duper close to my skin tone. It's just slightly darker, but the undertone is flawless. And that's all I'm going to use for base products. Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm in the shade 9.5. I thought I was going to use shade 11, but I don't think I'm going to need shade 11 at all. And then these two Amicole concealers. So as you notice, I'm letting it sit a little bit just so that it can dry down some, which will give a little bit more coverage. Ooh, not me dropping stuff. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and pull out our powder while we're waiting for this to sit down a little bit. Now I'm going to use my favorite black owned powder right now, which is the Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder in the shade Almond. So I'm going to go ahead and prep this before we start blending out our concealers. Just putting some in the cap. All right, I'm going to start with the darkest concealer first, and you're going to notice I'm going to swipe down so that I can give myself a little bit of coverage where I did not apply the Danessa Myricks. And then I'm going to tap over it and blend it out, making sure it seamlessly blends with everything else. You can see the shade is just so beautiful. I do, but I don't really use Snapchat like that. I'm more of an Instagram lady. And it's the same name, search for Charisse on Instagram. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend out this lighter shade. Ooh, that was too light for my chin, but that's good. Blend out my forehead now. Yeah, this blends so perfectly with my forehead. My forehead is the darkest part of my face. I'm using the same little brush. I don't really need too much coverage and product on my forehead because my forehead is pretty even. I do have my birthmark. I'm sure you saw it before. That's on my forehead, but I don't mind if my birthmark shows. My forehead is pretty clear, pretty even. Then I'm going to go in between the brows. brighten this area slightly. And then last but not least, under my eyes. And I like to use the same brush for everything. This is part of how I like get stuff done rather quick when it comes to my makeup. It's like we're just gonna use the same brush to blend everything. I'm doing a lot of tapping in, tapping. And then always go over the edges so it blends with everything else. I always have one eye that ends up with like more coverage than the other. And today it's my right eye. That concealer went very far, as you can see. I love the Amicole. It has a beautiful natural finish to it. So it's not overly radiant, but it's not drying and super duper matte either. I feel like it's perfect for all skin types. And I'm just like blending the edges, making sure there's no lines and everything is nice and seamless. So let me show you. I feel like the lighting is not the best. I'm trying. And for me, blending is huge. If I feel like anything is too light, I'll go back in with the Danessa Myricks blurring balm powder to like diffuse around the edges. But I think everything looks fine, especially in person. On camera it looks a little interesting, but in person the blend looks good. The undertones, everything's matching. It's nice and seamless with my chest, but not too light for the depth of my neck. My forehead and my neck are the two darkest parts of my skin. All right, time to set with powder. We're gonna use a puff, if I can find my puff. And I already have my Beauty Bakery almond powder in the cap. Hopefully you can see that it's a nice light brown shade. There you go. It's like a goldeny light brown. I'm gonna take my puff, dip it into the powder, which is very fine, and then I'm gonna take the powder on the back of my hand and really like blend it out of my hand so that it's evenly placed on the puff. I'm gonna go in and set my under eyes. Wow. You'll notice I go back and forth so that I can go against like my fine lines under my eyes so that those like get filled in with the powder and smoothed out. So I work my way out, but I also work my way back in towards the nose, away from the nose and towards the nose. That really helps to smooth it all out. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'll take some more. I'm gonna set the center of my face with a loose powder. And I like this powder. It does offer a little bit of coverage, but it's not anything too crazy. It's also super duper smoothing, and I find blurring as well. But we're gonna go in and hit basically everywhere that we added concealer, plus my upper lip and around my mouth. Alrighty. Just gonna really make sure that I really set down my brows. My brows can get oily. Whatever's left over, I'm gonna go over my nose. Not adding any additional product. Really just making sure I blend out the edges and utilize as much of the powder that is in the puff as possible. Oh, really get my nostrils too. All right, that looks really good to me. Let me show you where we're at so far. There we go, that's the lighting. Really, really nice, subtly bright in the center. Now I just need to blend together like the perimeters. So what I'm gonna do today, and this is me cheating, I'm gonna take one of my favorite bronzers. Let's use one size today, since the other one's not available. This is not black owned, but we're gonna use her, still minority owned and founded. This is the Made for Shade Bronze and Sculpt Trio in the Deep Trio. And the 3 shades are Pay No Mind, Serve, and Chocolate Covered. I'm going to mix all 3 together using a large powder brush, or you can use for foundation. I'm going to mix all 3 shades. So look at me, I'm going in. Mixing all 3 shades together, okay? Make sure I swirl the brush so no shade gets concentrated anywhere. And I'm going to use this to powder the perimeter of my face. And to add that depth in. And I really loaded up the brush, so. I'm going to take the 2 lighter shades only now. I'm going to go in and press along the sides of my nose. Really making sure I get the jawline so that it blends. And I'm going to lightly kind of work my way up and lightly go over the lighter parts of my face too, so that they're not too contrasted, because we want everything to flow together. Then, to make sure that's meshed together without adding any additional product to the puff, I'm going to go back in with the puff that had the lighter powder and go over top of what we just did to make sure that everything just blends. As you can see, I'm doing this pretty quick. And that is literally how I get my base done. So now we can move to the extra things, which is highlight and blush, which I didn't even think about what I want to do for highlight and blush today. But we're doing black on, so let's do, for highlight, I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Low Lighter, Blurring Balm Powder Low Lighter in the shade Off the Grid. And I'm only going to apply this to my nose. I have to use my finger. Apply this to my nose. I love still the tip of the nose and nose bridge highlight. I know that's so 2016, but I really like it. My husband loves it too. He thinks it looks so cute on me. I think it's adorable. I'm just going to blend this out with my finger. And again, I'm just doing this on the nose only, because I'm going to use something else on my cheeks. All right. I'm going to use the Lip Bar Glow On Highlighting Blush in the shade Top Shelf. I'm like, do I want this brush or do I want the other brush? All right, we're going to use this Ulta Beauty blush brush. This stuff is super, it can be very intense. So we're going to start light-handed, hopefully. That's what it looks like. It's a beautiful, mauve-y pink shade. I'm just gonna I don't know if you saw it, I just pressed in like this. Then I'm gonna lightly tap it onto the upper cheek area. And then I'm gonna buff to blend it. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at the glow, look at the glow. Pressing in, and then tap, tap, tap. Pressing in. I like a lot of blush. So again, just proceed with caution with this, because it can get really intense. I'm also going to take it on my brow bone and over the outer portion of my eye, whatever's left over in the brush right now. I've been loving this look. My baby is asleep, in case you're wondering. That's why I'm able to do this really quick right now. Today, my only plans is I'm hanging out with one of my sisters in Christ. We're going to do some Bible studying together. And then I'm going to go drive to our mechanic that we have. I like calling him our mechanic. Makes me feel fancy. And see if he can fix the hood on my car. I needed my hood latch replaced, in case you're wondering. I'm going to take a random brush that I usually use for lighter powders. And I'm going to buff over the blush where it meets my concealer and under eye. And I'm also going to buff where it meets where I put the bronzer. I'm also just going to go ahead and buff where the bronzer meets the highlighted part of my forehead as well, because it kind of has no product on it, and this is literally just for blending purposes, just to make sure everything is blended, not too harsh. Let me show you what we're looking like. So I went a little bit more subtle with the blush today. So I think I want to do a bold lip, but I'm still deciding. But I think it looks so pretty. There you go. You can see the pink. I'm like, should I do another layer? Because I do like a lot of blush. Let's do another layer. If I'm asking if I should, let's go for it. Okay, we're gonna do one more layer. Ooh, oh yeah, that's super intense now. I'm gonna focus it higher up. And then go on here. Oh yeah. Oh wow, I can really see that now. That's so pretty though. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see it now. This is so pretty. All right, time to move on. I'm like, I gotta move quick. We don't want the baby to wake up. We don't want the baby to wake up. And then I have to run and go get him and try and get him calm and still record. Okay, I have some powder. I'm not a waster. I have some powder that fell onto my countertop. I'm gonna take that brush earlier that I was using that had nothing on it, and I just swept up the powder into the brush, and I'm just gonna blend around the center of my face. Just to make sure everything's blended. And it's a pick of powder that's on the counter. What's left in the cap, I'll add to my mixture of leftover powders that I have. All right, time for brows, mascara, lips. Brows, mascara, lips. Yes, I do. Amen. I hope to see you too, Kathleen. Thank you for your beautiful comment. In heaven, I've got a home in heaven. That was not the melody at all to the song I'm thinking of. All right, I'm getting my brow products together and my mascara. Still not sure what I'm gonna do on the lip. Mascara, one of my favorite black owned mascaras, Amicole. I'm gonna go ahead and do a layer. Let's do upper and lower lashes today. I'm just checking my under eyes to see if they're creasing. Which is usually due to me rushing, not the products, because I usually don't get creasy under eyes. So this is the Amicole, the Lash Amplifying Mascara. So I'm gonna go in with one coat now, then I'm gonna work on my brows and come back to the mascara and do another coat, and then probably boomerang between brows and mascara. My ears are also hurting from these clips, but it's stretching my little bang thingy that I have going on, like little tendrils that I have. And I just clip it to the top of my ear because they're not long enough for me to like tie, like, you know, behind my neck or like under my chin even, which I couldn't do under the chin because then I couldn't blow my makeup around the edges of my face. But yeah, my ears are definitely a little sore, but I'm gonna let them down in a second. Okay, kind of going in with a second coat now on this other eye. And then I am going to do lower lash mascara for today. I feel like it's just a very traditional mascara, like it will work for everyone. I really like it. I feel like it's just easy. I don't need a primer with it. If I curl my lashes, I get more of a dramatic effect, but it does pretty well on its own, especially after it has aged a little. I find that I like this mascara even more with time versus a fresh tube. All right, so we're gonna let that layer sit, and I'm gonna go and work on the brows. Not black owned, but I love the Revolution, Makeup Revolution London Granite Brow Gel Pencil Duo, the one that's like in this light nudie shade. This is like my favorite thing for my brows. And yeah, I like black brows. If you don't, then don't do black. I'm like, what time is it even? It's 7:58 a.m. So yeah, I'm getting a pretty early start, which is great. lips. I'm like, what do I want to do? I didn't use any Fenty in the video. We'll do a Fenty lip. Yeah, that sounds good. And I have so many other black on brand products too that I just didn't use today because I can't use them all in one video, you know. But I just did a video yesterday talking about my favorites if you're interested. My current favorite makeup right now in general, which a lot of it just happens to be black on and black founded brands. All right, just checking my brows, making sure we have some symmetry, kind of. Sorry, I'm so quiet when I'm doing my brows. I gotta focus. Want to focus. All right, one brow done. I feel like this is one thing I really gotta like concentrate for are my brows. Like they look pretty good. I'm just like assessing. Assess. They are slightly different. This one has a little more spice to it. It's a little bit thicker as well, but that's okay. Sometimes it's not even worth trying to like thicken to match even more. This is good. I'm like, do they come in about the same distance towards my nose? Yes. All right, let me show you the brows. We're gonna go in with another coat of mascara and then lips, and then we're done, baby. When I tell you, I'm learning how to get my makeup done, my face done so much faster, but I still feel really beautiful, really put together, and I enjoy this process still. Like, I want to be faster without rushing to where I don't enjoy it, you know? Because I love makeup and I love beauty. Going in with another coat of the Armand Collet mascara. It's so good. And I find that you can let your coats like fully dry with this mascara and it builds on itself really nice without getting like clumpy or weird, which I appreciate. Wow. I didn't wear eye makeup yesterday because my baby was not having it. He was not letting me finish my makeup and like do eye makeup. And so today with this mascara, I'm like, wow, it looks so different than yesterday. But actually I really like the no eye makeup look. It just makes me look, I feel like very, very young. Like I should be in high school young when I teach high schoolers. I am a teacher. I am 31 years old. I'm about to be 32 in December. I am not in high school. Which 30s are still young, for sure. 40s are still young. Even 50s. And my parents are in their 50s. They're 54. And I feel like that's still young. I have young parents. Young parents. And I can't believe they're grandparents now. Crazy. Wild. All right, we are done with the mascara. We are done with the base. The only thing left are the lips. And look how beautiful all of this came together. And we didn't even use foundation, you know? And I'm finding that as my skin has gotten clearer and better, and I've been more consistent with my skincare, I don't really need foundation. But I love base products. Foundations and concealers are my favorite makeup products to try. And then next, blush. I've been so into blush like the past year, honestly. But yeah, I love, love, love the way this is looking. So let's do lips. And I said Fenty for lips. So let's keep it simple today. And just use the Fenty Beauty High Shine Gloss Stick in the shade Hot Chocolate. So I don't have to do a liner or anything. Yes, beautiful. And I'm applying like a thicker layer so I get more pigmentation. And that completes the look. I'll let my hair down. Ow. My poor ears. Ah. I'm gonna touch up my little tendrils. I need a little bit of gel for that. So we're gonna let these ones down. These ones I don't think need to be touched up. No, but they got stretched more, which is what I wanted. And then for my side ones, I'm gonna add a little gel to them. Just smooth them out. This one is pretty smooth. The only thing is me adding the gel is gonna make them shrink a little bit. That's okay. Make sure I don't have any flyaways, which this side I do. Yeah, this end is like frizzy. I want no frizz. There we go. And just a little bit of gel. And we did this in less than 30 minutes. Baby, I'm telling you, I'm getting it down packed to where I just know what works and what like complements my features, what colors work best for me, so that I'm able to do my makeup so much faster now, especially as a mama. Can't believe I'm a mama. Like, what? I have a kid. I'm still processing, honestly. He is gonna be 4 months old in 4 days, and I'm still processing that I'm a mother, that I gave birth, that I want to do it again. So yeah. Okay, here's the finished look. Let me know what you think. Super fast, super simple, super easy. A lot of Black owned products on the face today, or minority owned products. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. Let me know if you want more quick videos like this where I go live and literally show you the process beginning to end. No cuts, raw, real, uncut, straight through, real life. Let me know. Thanks for being up early and doing this face with me. I feel great. I feel really good. I feel ready to take on the day. I hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday. Stay blessed. Stay constantly in prayer. Walk humbly. Show mercy. And be kind. We need it in this world. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Hopefully see y'all soon. If my baby sleeps like he's been sleeping as of yesterday, I'll be able to pop in and be live a little bit more. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm at my 30-minute mark. Time to go. Bye.